know?
Not breathing.
The baby's not breathing?
Okay. Right.
Okay, are we attempting CPR? Or is anybody attempting CPR?
Yes.
Breaking news, you are hearing the 911 calls made after the driver of a Jeep accidentally hit and killed a 3-year-old boy in the parking lot of an Inglewood Walmart. Thank you for counting on Gulf Coast News. I'm Alex Howard.
And I'm Megan Miller. Florida Highway Patrol says the child's mom was putting her baby in her car when Jackson, her older child, walked in front of the Jeep as it was pulling out of a parking spot. This was at the Walmart along South McCall Road near Winchester Boulevard.
Sir.
Just heartbreaking. Immediately after the crash, the child was flown to Tampa General Hospital, where he later died.
Cape Coral police arrested 2 men they say were street racing earlier this year, leading to a deadly crash. This is video of the crime from Cape Coral police. Cape Coral police say they arrested Milano Lavina and Jeremy Olivio for vehicular homicide. Police say Lavina sped on Del Prado Boulevard near Northeast Pine Island Road. That led up to the crash. Gulf Coast News anchor Kendall Brandt joins us live in Cape Coral, talking with people who know that 75-year-old victim. Kendall?
Now, Cape Coral police says that 75-year-old who lost his life was turning left across Del Prado Boulevard north, across those southbound lanes into this shopping plaza when one of the drivers who was racing hit him. Now, I spoke with some neighbors who saw the aftermath of that crash, and they tell me they're glad those 2 men are going to be held responsible. Now, take a look at this video that we received from the Cape Coral Police Department. 18-year-old Milano Lavina and 19-year-old Jeremy Olivio can be seen speeding near the intersection of Del Prado Boulevard and Northeast Pine Island Road. Cape Coral police say they traveled about a half mile past the intersection at 99 miles per hour before Olivio hit the 75-year-old. His name is William Garful. Police say Lavina tried to leave the scene. A neighbor who lives right next to the road tells me she saw the aftermath of this crash and hears street racers passing by often. She tells me she's glad that an arrest was made.
And, you know, I'm glad they're going to do the time. They need to do the time for what they did. It ain't going to bring the guy back. It ain't going to change what they did. But maybe, you think maybe somebody might listen, oh, look, this is what's going to happen to me.
Both men are facing vehicular homicide charges. Live in Cape Coral, Kendall Brandt, Gulf Coast News.
The only survivor in Saturday's deadly boat crash on the Caloosahatchee is improving, according to family members. The boat flipped near the Cape Coral Yacht Club, killing 3 people on board. Kirby Neal's father tells us he had surgery yesterday morning and is improving. He says he's still facing a long road to recovery ahead and is mourning the tragic loss of his friends.
Gulf Coast News is learning more about what happened leading up to a Charlotte County lieutenant to die in a motorcycle crash over the weekend. Lieutenant William Garlick died in that crash on Saturday. The sheriff's office says Garlick's motorcycle crashed into another car as it attempted to make a left turn in front of him. Garlick did not survive that crash. It's unclear where that crash happened. A celebration of life will be held this Saturday at 2 p.m. at the Babcock Fieldhouse. Everyone is welcome to attend.
Breaking news, the suspect accused of shooting 2 National Guard members in Washington, D.C. just pleaded not guilty. Ramnullah Lakanwal made the plea today during a virtual court appearance from his hospital bed. He's accused of killing 1 National Guard member and leaving another fighting for his life. The shooting happened near the White House. Lakanwal, the suspect, is facing murder charges. A judge ordered he be held without bond.
More breaking news. DeSoto County deputies arrested a man they say shot and killed another man during a supposed meetup. Deputies say Joel Herrera Godinez met the victim yesterday in Arcadia. Deputies say Herrera Godinez called the victim on the phone to meet. Deputies say he then shot the victim with a handgun before leaving. The original scene happened along Southwest Stroud Street. Deputies found Joel inside his father's home. He's now facing murder charges.
The town of Fort Myers Beach is warning you about scammers going after your money. They say they're sending emails claiming to be contractors or town employees. These emails are asking you for a wire transfer payment for permits or construction. The town reminds you they will never ask for money like this and that you should not click links or send any money to anyone without confirming with officials first.
Lee County commissioners are talking right now about whether to replace the county's current animal control ordinance. This is in response to a lost family cat. Now, you might remember the story of Kevin the cat, who slipped out of his home back in May. But before his owner even knew where he was, Kevin was euthanized just 2 hours after being taken in. Kevin had no microchip. Under the county's rules at the time, cats without identification didn't get a mandatory hold period. Kevin's owner is demanding change.
At a minimum, they should be compared to dogs, you know, a 5-day hold. I will acknowledge that is a good step in the direction of that they are admitting faults. They're admitting that there was a flaw in their policy, and they're finally admitting that it did need to be fixed.
Now, among the biggest changes includes cats and other small pets without an ID getting a mandatory 1-day hold before any decisions are made. The county is already doing a 1-day hold, but this new ordinance would make it official law.
Lee County commissioners are moving forward on the construction plan to rebuild 2 parks on Fort Myers Beach after Hurricane Ian destroyed them. We're talking about Crescent Beach Family Park and Lynn Hall Memorial Park. Money was awarded to construction companies for over $7 million combined. Our Gulf Coast News reporter Gina Tomlinson is live at Lynn Hall Memorial Park with what you can expect there and when.
You might remember the days when this park had a building you can shower in instead of just doing it out here in the open. These guys don't seem to mind, though. We now finally have a date for when the new restroom facility will be built back. Lee County says by early summer 2027, but some people think that's still way too long.
I think it should have been built like sooner. I feel like 5 years, it's like too long.
Just hours ago, Lee County commissioners approved the contract for about $6 million to bring Lynn Hall Memorial Park back to life. That includes boardwalks, picnic shelters, upgraded parking and lighting, and the brand new building. Construction is expected to start in February.
It's like better late than never.
Down San Carlos Boulevard at Crescent Beach Family Park, commissioners signed off on a $1.3 million contract to replace shade structures, add picnic areas and bike racks. That work is scheduled to start in January and wrap up sooner, by early summer next year.
It's understandable, but I can see both sides of it. You know, construction guys are people too. I mean, you have to give them the benefit of the doubt too. They got the zoning regulations and all that.
Both projects are funded through FEMA and tourism tax dollars. I'm live here in Fort Myers Beach. Gina Tomlinson, Gulf Coast News.
All right, Gina, thank you. We have breaking news. The Florida Department of Health in Lee County just issued an alert for blue-green algae in Cape Coral. This is for the Gator Slough Canal. The canal is located between Northeast 37th Terrace and Vogantis Parkway. The health department detected the algae back on November 24th. You nor your pets should swim in this water or come into contact with blue-green algae. You should not come into contact with it. We'll let you know when it's clear.
From your Collier County News team, right now we are trying to find out if anybody's been injured after a patrol car was involved in a crash this morning. This is video from our FDOT camera this morning showing the traffic delays people were feeling on I-75 near the Collier Boulevard interchange. The crash happened in this area around 8 o'clock this morning. It's cleared up now. We're working to find out more from the Collier County Sheriff's Office about what led to this crash and how everyone involved is doing.
A Port St. Lucie police officer is recovering, and a suspect is dead after an officer-involved shooting. This happened Monday night just after 6 p.m. 6 officers were responding to a call. Police say as officers were walking towards a home, a man holding a gun appeared. Gunfire was then exchanged, leading to bullets hitting the officer twice in the face. Sergeant Eric Lavasseur has had at least 1 surgery.
He is in very serious condition. He is currently in the ICU, and we are praying and anticipating his recovery at this time.
The 32-year-old suspect was killed at the scene. No other officers were hurt. FDLE is investigating.
Funeral services are happening today to honor the late Indian River County Sergeant Terry Sweeting Mashkow, who was killed near Vero Beach. Mashkow died last month as deputies were serving an eviction notice leading to that shooting. Sheriff Eric Flowers says the funeral is one of the largest in county history. Flowers said the outpouring of support has meant a great deal to his team, but the loss of Mashkow has taken a heavy toll.
High-stakes talks to end the Russia-Ukraine war are happening today. We'll explain the latest ahead at 3:30.
Thieves are always after your packages, and the holiday season, it's kind of like their Super Bowl. Some new ways you can make sure your deliveries don't get stolen ahead at 3.